Let's get to it, because this is history. In the Pre-Hispanic world, something that seems so simple today, like salt, had its own deity. And well, this is logical, since salt has played a very important role in humanity. All thought today isn't given much importance. A proof of this is that our current world salary derives from salt. But of course, here it wasn't called that, and depending on each language, it received its own name. But the most common one, which still survives today, is the name given in Nahuatl, Huixtocihuatl, which translates to salt. Remnants of this word exist in various places in the country, where many towns carry that word, like Ixtapan, which means where there is salt. Other towns with similar names include Ixtapan de la Sal, San Miguel Ixtapan, Santa Isabel Ixtapan, Ixtapan del Oro, and others. Other fact that these places repaint the world almost always serves as proof that in pre-Hispanic times there were salt-producing areas. In general, during those times, salt was mainly obtained from these types of sources: saline lakes, inland springs, and salt marshes along the coast. Of course, the uses of salt were varied, from the most obvious, which was salting food or preserving meat and fish in absence of refrigerations. It was also used in the treatment of gum abscesses, toothaches, earaches, sore throats, and coughs. Mixed with maguey, it was applied to wounds to speed up healing. Salt and other saline products like slap tartar and tequesquite were used to fix dyes in textiles and treat leather tanning. It was also used as a polishing substance for metals and cleaning teeth. All these uses prove its value, which is why controlled salt-producing areas were highly coveted and could even spark battles for their control. Many of these salt production areas had Huixtocihuatl as their main deity, such as the current Los Reyes de Iztacaya in Tlalnepantla, state of Mexico. All thought its original name in Nahuatl was Ixtacalan, which means where the salt house abound. Salt was produced there, but with the arrival of the Spanish, its patron deity was replaced by a saint with similar aquatic attributes, namely Saint John the Baptist. Both Huixtocihuatl and Saint John the Baptist used water along with bowls. And the same thing happened with other salt-producing towns, where the pre-Hispanic deity was replaced by Christian figures. As for salt, there wasn't only a white salt we know today, but there were different colors, sizes, and of course qualities. But all of this was created by Huixtocihuatl. And now, let's talk about her family. She was believed to be the older sister of Tlaloc's helpers, who were called Tlaloques, and all of them were under the command and supervision of Tlaloc. There is no certainty as to where she originated, as for example, Bernardino de Sahagun mentions that is what now Veracruz. There were also salt producers called Olmeca Huixtontin who also worshipped her. But as we know today, there were many salt-producing areas across the country, not just on the coasts. Whatever she may have come from, according to the legend, she fought with the Tlaloques, mocking them. In revenge, they exiled her, sending her to live on the coast where there were salty waters. Upon arriving at her new place, she devoted herself to inventing salt, creating the process to extracting it. This mythical struggle between the Tlaloques and the deity may, in essence, refer to the salt extraction process, as water must be separated from salt to obtain it. One of the methods they used involved filing up salty soil, which they soaked with fresh water, then distilled in clay pots to obtain the salt. Of course, it's said that she not only created salt, but also provided recipes for its various uses, as we described earlier. Among the salt-producing groups, she was one of the main deities, but among larger groups like the Mexica, she was considered a secondary deity. Some versions mention that she was married to Tezcatlipoca. And although, as we said, in large cities like Tenochtitlan, she played a secondary role in worship. One of their 18 months of 20-day periods of the solar year was dedicated in her honor. This was called Huixtocihuatl, or the small feast of the Lord, during which she was greatly venerated. Unfortunately, we only have colonial representations in codices of her, like this one, an image that shows Spanish influences and the declining quality of colonial tlacuilos, scribe painters. But here at heart is believed to have generally been white and blue, with waves symbolizing water. Its colors were associated with water and salt. She also had a paper headdress with castle feathers, a huipil decorated with water waves and embroidered with chalchihuitles, green stones. Her face was painted yellow. She wore gold earrings, and her sandals had small silver bells. She held a shield decorated with a water flower, and on her ankle she wore golden bells and small white shells of shining silver, and she carried a staff. But another representation of her can be seen here. And well, in glyphs and codices we see representation of salt, and therefore of its creator, Huixtocihuatl. While she was not worshipped at the same level as Quetzalcoatl, Tlaloc, or Tezcatlipoca, she still gives these pre-Hispanic cultures the existence of the white gold.